Welcome back to another video. I'm going to be ranking every single Universal ride in Islands of Adventure and Studios. The only ones I won't be doing is Redfish, Bluefish, the Carousel, and Petrodon Flyers, as I have ridden those, but they would probably be number one if I did. So you really don't have to worry about that much about them not being included. So I think total we do 27 here rides. So first, starting off with my least favorite ride in the park is Can the Hat. I feel like this isn't really that interesting of a ride. I mean, maybe it's because I'm more of a thrill seeker. I don't really like the Seuss land in general. I think as a land it's pretty good, but just I personally don't enjoy it that much. I feel like this ride's very outdated. I feel like they could be doing a lot better with the Can the Hat property. I feel like this is just an outdated ride at this point. That's why I have it at 27. I know it's been breaking down a lot recently. It's not what it used to be. So I feel like just feel like it's a ride that just keeps going down. Next up, we have the Charlie Seuss ride. It's about the same thing. I mean, it's great for views, but it's not really something that I would seek out of a Universal type. I mean, I feel like the story element's pretty good. I like going be able to go through one of the Seuss's stories. I very much enjoyed that, but it feels like it's just really there for you to be a good view of the park. It's not really any thrill factor, not really no IP factor. Now we have the Simpsons flat right here. It's World Arrow. I mean, I feel like it's not anything extraordinary. I feel like you can see this park in a regional theme park. It's not anything that extraordinary. I mean, you can adjust to see it go up and down. The IP has some value, I guess, but does it? I mean, for the space it takes up, it's really not bad. But I feel like there's just nothing extraordinary to it. That's why I have it at the 25 spot, as I feel like you're not coming to the park to go ride this. I can just say that for sure. And I mean, who knows? This is about to be replaced soon, 2028. Maybe come out with the future idea if you guys want me to of what should replace the Simpsons Land. Here we have the Storm T Coast ride, basically the Storm Acceleratron. It's just a T Coast ride. I mean, there's not really too much theming going on here either, but I feel like if you ride this with your friends and like you guys like group that throw it as much as you can, see how much you can spin it. I feel like it could become fun. I feel like this is a ride where it really depends on you, like how much fun you could end up having with the ride. We go everyone's favorite here, Fast and the Furious, Supercharged. I mean, you probably already know most, if not all, the concerns with this ride. I feel like it's really janky. The bus ride system's not very good anymore, and that it's just not like the show building is great. I love seeing all these cars and stuff, but like we're supposed to be this franchise about cars, and we're in a bus, a party bus, just watching these superhuman feats going on outside. And I just feel like it's not a well designed ride. And I feel like they could do so much more better with the property than what they have done so far. And like I feel like maybe if you would have made like the Mario Kart ride like this one, I feel like it could have been a lot more better, as you actually have that racing element. Either way, here we go on to the new Troll Coaster. I haven't ridden it, but I feel like I should include it because I'm pretty sure it's just a reskin basically of the old Pecker roller coaster. Where I mean, it's just I don't feel like there's any real value in this ride. I mean, it's a great kid ride, so I can't really discredit that much because I'm more of a thrill seeking person. I want the rides to be fast. This is just not one of those rides. I mean, it's a great kid ride, connects great to the Universal properties, but I mean, I feel the same towards Five Hippogriff. I think Five Hippogriff probably is better though. I mean, the IP, the land immerses it a lot better. I mean, being able to see the castles, climbing up, giving you a great view of the castle. I mean, that's a huge bonus for me. But me personally riding this, the seats aren't very comfortable. This is like not something that you would really be too excited about. because I feel like you could ride one of these rides at a regional theme park, and it would be around the same layout. Although I do think it is like the gap between this one and the troll coaster is a lot bigger. I just have never been that person to enjoy this ride. I just feel like there's better rides you can enjoy because usually it has actually a decent amount of wait time. We have Despicable Me Mayhem here. I feel as if this ride, I mean, it's fun, it's cool, it's a cool simulator, but I feel like it's been outdated for a while now. But yeah, so sorry about the bad quality here. I don't know why it's going so slow, but yeah, like I was saying though, I feel like it's an outdated system. I feel like this is a great kid ride. I feel like it's plenty funny. I feel like the pre-show is funny. I feel like it's a good ride. But here we go on. I'm not sure if I wanted to include this or not, but the Hogwarts Express. No, I would not prefer to ride this over any of the rides I just mentioned. But I feel like it's just the idea of it having the Hogwarts train be able to transport you to park is such a great idea that I ranked it at this place of 20 because I felt that there was such a great way to do this ride. And I personally really enjoy that when these theme parks are really creative with their lands and be able to immerse everything. That's why I ranked it higher than actual rides, even though you're just sitting down watching a screen basically. I mean, there's a couple special effects going on here with the cast, which I mean I think is also a great touch. To just really immerse the ride. I think that's the entire job of the ride. I think it does that really well. Here we have the one of the newer rides, Minion Blast Mayhem. Me personally, I actually do enjoy this ride. I like it, but I feel like this is not something very creative, and I don't feel like many of the public will enjoy it too much, as it's you on a moving walkway with the gun shooting at screens. It's not really the most creative idea made. I mean, me personally, I enjoy it. I mean, that might be because I'm a person that plays video games, but I feel like there's more things you could have actually done with this ride that would have been better than what they came up with. I mean, just I feel like instead of maybe running walkway, just having a moving coaster, having actual prop sets. Here we have Doom Fall. I think this ride is purely just view. I mean, there is some thrill with the jumping, but I feel like since it's not a straight drop, it won't give you that thrill that the straight drop would give you. Instead, it's gonna just give you um just the bouncing up and down. Like you really only get that feeling in your chest when you're going up. Then you start going down, but then it ends so suddenly. Then you're just going up. I mean, the view of the park, it's amazing to have. Like this is a good ride to ride in my personal opinion because usually it's one of the lower wait times, and it's fun. It's fun to be able to see the entire park, especially at nighttime if you ride the ride then. Here we have the oldest ride in the park, ET. I feel like ET, it's definitely outdated. It's 20 years old, but I feel like it's still going very strong. I still like it a lot. The props of it, I think, were really well done. I feel like even this ride being 25 years old doesn't deteriorate from the experience of it. Sure, you wouldn't see the immersion that maybe you would witness now, but I feel like this is still a ride very enjoyable that you could have. And this lets you see the classics. Here we have Men in Black Alien Attack. I uh, I don't really resonate that much with this ride. I mean, yeah, being able to shoot the aliens is cool, but there's no like I get that you have a score, and maybe I'm just terrible at the game, but I just feel like there's no real way to know what if you're actually hitting things or not. I just feel like the carts at times, other than the spinning portion, are usually really slow. Here we have The Simpsons, which, interestingly enough, was one of my favorite rides when I first went. But I mean, it's kind of deteriorated since, as I feel like the more you ride, this ride. You start to see the ride system. But I mean, I still think it's a great ride. You still have very many comedic punchlines. So like the story is well played out throughout the movies that you play before getting onto the ride. I feel like you see the entire buildup of it, so you don't have to wait. So you feel part of this world. I feel like this is better, one of these better kid friendly rides at the park. Maybe one more controversial picks here. I have number 14. I have Jimmy Fallon. I think it's a pretty good ride. I get that the ride system isn't that great. That is very outdated. It's just a simulator. But I feel like it just provides a lot more to the park than what you could have else put in that slot. I feel like that slot was too little for anything else to be there. I feel like it's actually an underrated ride, as I feel like the comedic elements are on point. I feel like the effects of the ride are good. Here coming at number 13 is Jurassic Park. The ride. I think this was a top five ride for me back, but I feel like it's just so many problems have been arising with this ride, with dinosaurs getting removed, and so many elements that are being stripped from the ride that it's starting to become a bare bones ride. Like I said before, this would be my top one of my top five rides, and it's for me it's dropped all the way down to 13 because that this ride has just been kept getting on stripped of the elements that made this ride so great. Like some of the dinosaurs don't even function properly anymore, or they're just not there to begin with now. I feel like maybe it is time to do. I mean, it's definitely time to do a refurbishment. But if you decide to stick with the Jurassic Park theme, you know how in Hollywood they decided to move on from it and try to detail the entire land towards Jurassic World. Could do that. I mean, here we have a ride that is for sure, going to close here soon, which is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I think the concept of the ride is interesting, but in practice, it's a little lackluster. As I mean, unless you guys have really great hearing, I just can't really even hear the song I choose that well. I feel like compared to the rest of the other coasters, the big coasters, it's outdated. I feel like it doesn't really include any jaw dropping elements to the ride. I think the lift is great. I think that's the part that like you go on to ride for, but after that, it's just not very great of a coaster compared to the other ones. Like as a in a vacuum, it's one of the better rides in the world, but compared to the rides in Universal, it's pretty lackluster compared to those ones. Here we have Kong, amazing queue. If you want to see me make my top five queues video, just comment. But I feel like this is so much more better than the Fast and Furious ride, even though they use the same ride system, because it uses the bus correctly. I feel like when you see the bus being used, you see Kong picking it up, you see it swinging. You can actually like kind of feel the effects of the ride compared to Fast and Furious, where you're just in a straight line with screens on so let the ride at you. That's how it feels. This ride is very similar that way, but it feels like you're actually within the IP. It feels like they've actually brought you within the world with this one, unlike Fast and Furious, even though it is the same ride system. Uh, Here we have our first Harry Potter ride, or well, no, because Five Hippogriff, but um, Escape from Gringotts. I feel like if it just had a little bit more coaster element, I would love this ride. It's 10. It's top 10. Fascinating ride, world class ride. But I feel like if it just had a little more coaster element to it, because I feel like it really gets you thrill. Like you get the build up, but then it just stops, plays out a scene, build up, stops, plays out a scene. And then the final part where you're flying out with the dragon, you feel like, oh, this is the real thrill part. It only lasts like 10 seconds. I feel like maybe more people wouldn't like that, but I feel like if the thrill element was just a bit better on this ride, for me, it would be at least a top 7, 5 ride for me. But I feel like it's just the continued breaks within the ride pushes it down for me personally. As I mean, like I said before, I really enjoy the thrill. Here we have number 9. our second water ride here. I feel like this is very similar to Storm. I mean, it's a lot like more better. You can tell that because of how much more higher it is. But I feel like this is a ride that it really depends on how you want to take it. If you're like, oh, I don't want to get on this ride, man. I don't want to get wet. Then what? Like, you shouldn't even be getting on in the first place. But I feel like you can make the most of it. I feel like it's a great opportunity. I feel like water rides always bring that element of thrill, even without having those hard dropping drops or having that because of the water. Is water ever gonna hurt you? No, but you still don't want to. You don't want to get soaked in it, and that's why I have it ranked so highly. And here's the other water ride here, Ripside Falls at number 8. As I feel like I really enjoy these build up, the drops. I feel like this is a ride that is pretty good at getting you wet on these hot Florida days. I feel like the story you go through is pretty great. Maybe you could ask for some better looking animatronics. I could understand that. But I feel like having those two drops and then having the biggest drop at the end really adds to this of ride. I feel like the theming around is great. Being able to go to this cartoon land, and I really enjoy the Universal World water rides. I feel like they've done a really great job of that. If Jurassic Park was up to its prime, I feel like every single water ride for me would have been in the top 10 because I feel like they really do know how to make their water rides. Oh, here we go at 7. The Incredible Hulk Coaster. I know I've been saying I'm a lot of a thrill guy. I feel like I have been enjoying the other elements of a ride a lot more. And this was probably number 2, number 3 for me, interchangeable. But I feel like it's dropped a lot because I've grown to enjoy so many of these other rides. It's a absolutely great ride, like one of the best in the park, one of the best in the world. But I feel like I just came to enjoy these other rides that are coming up a lot more, and that's why it has fallen to my number 7 spot to opposed to what it used to be. Here we have its Marvel brother, Marvel Spider-Man. I really enjoy this ride. I feel like it has great comedic elements. I feel like it really immerses you in the world. And with the fire element, the bricks hurtling at you, like the 3D is so well used on this ride compared to other rides. I feel like the scoop, the vehicle that you're in, the design for this ride is top notch. I feel like it's one of the better ride systems in the entire park. I mean, this is why they use it again on another upcoming ride. I really enjoy this ride. It's 20 years old and it doesn't feel like that at all. Here we have Transformers, which may be a bit debatable. Rides in the entire world, if not some the best. Here is our last screen-based ride, Harry Potter Forbidden Journey. I feel like this is the best, other than the coasters, because I feel like that is a ride system within itself. But even then, this is probably the best ride system within the entire park. You could tell that because right after the Universal made this park, they made a patent that only they could use it, and I can see why. It lets you move at all angles, really lets you immerse within this world, brings you in. First, the queue. It's first you be able to enter the Harry Potter castle, then being able to go through it, see if you watch the movies, being able to witness all of that and the animatronics, this entire scene of going through the cave. Here we have a dragon that's able to breathe on you, but being able to go through this cave, being able to see those. And then here we have the dark ride, Mummy, but not a typical dark ride as it's a coaster. I think this is top 3 for me, not mainly because of IP, but I feel like just how well they included it. The queue coming up to it is great. The ride system itself is great. I feel like the thrill is beyond this ride system. Like if you would take this outside, put it somewhere else, you wouldn't really see it as that great. But I feel like the way they made it fit within the darkness is just very impressive. I feel like every time you ride this ride, you don't know what's coming because you can't see. I feel like that's just human psychology. Not being able to see makes something more frightening which adds to the thrill of these rides. I feel like they nailed it out of the park. I hope they don't remove this ride. Um, we have Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. This is one of the most developed rides in the world, having so much track space. I feel like this is. I think this is one of the longest coasters in the world, and the ride may seem simple. You're just riding through a motorbike, being able to go through just the long coaster runway. But I feel like the ride just implements more of that. You're able to have these story elements blend in with the speed. And I feel like this is one of those coasters that is really fast, but it can also still be family friendly. Talking from my experience, at least this is the only ride that goes beyond 60 that my others in my family would actually get on with me. I do really enjoy this ride a lot. But coming at number one, if you've done the process of elimination, here we have the Velocicoaster, my personal favorite ride. I know this is a ride of a lot of favorite people. It really is either Hagrid's or Velocicoaster if you're someone who enjoys a thrill and gets on those type of rides. I feel this way due to the design of the Velocicoaster, being able to focus on negative G forces and the seats and like the harness that comes over. I feel like it's so well designed. But this is like one of the only roller coasters where you actually feel comfortable in it. This ride is magnificent. You have the amazing drop, being able to witness the entire park. If you're scared of roller coasters, which I understand, everyone has their fears, but please try this ride out. It is so amazing. If you guys want to hear me talk about more about rides, please let me know, as I would love to keep making these videos. I just got to know that people are enjoying them. I would love to make more on this ride specifically, on why I think it's the best, why the IP, the design, the thrill, everything that comes to this ride, why it's so great. Thank you for watching. Let me know your favorite rides in the comments. Thank you for watching.